This infringement of copyright is called, quote, fair use, end quote, and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody.
Team Najdłuższa Productions.
Calling your bluff, unlocking the senses that you feel. I'm not to blame, not knowing these actions could be real. Could we figure this out? Could we make a difference? It was always there to chase. Are you closing the door? Am I finding a new one? I'm still breathing, breathing.
This test, this world's record for the longest water level that is going to prove that the Earth is flat, is the greatest thought experiment that we're going to do that Jason came up with. I wanted to build a wall. Jason wanted to do a water level. I guess to build the wall, you'd need to have a water level to check the level of both ends. This is the greatest test. This is going to be the greatest test in the history of the flat earth movement. So forgive me for getting frustrated. I have so much emotion and so much hard work and years of research into this, and people running around going for Bob, looking for the curve. It does upset me, but I know there's real people out there, and again, thank you to everybody that's already pitched in, that's donated. You are all amazing people that truly are after the truth, and that is priceless. And for every tough moment we go through, for every battle, I always remember the people that are there for the truth. You guys always pick me up, so thank you all so much again. And the other people should be ashamed of themselves if they call themselves flat earthers and they don't want to support a cheap, simple test. You know, you can go stick with Jerry and have him drill holes through wood, and you know, take into account tides, or you can back an actual water level that's simple, that's going to prove the Earth is flat. Or you can fund B.O.B. with his rocket satellite tests. Choice is yours. But I know, me and Jason, we are going to do this experiment, and there's a limited time for people to get involved, because once we have enough of the donations, once we have enough of the money plus what we need to buy ourselves, we're going to shut that thing down, and history will be remembered. Those who supported this truth-seeking, those will be remembered. And those who scoffed, mocked, and continued to opposition gate, you'll be remembered too. So yeah, stay safe. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to Beyond Flat Earth as we go through
the world's longest water level.
going to go absolutely all out on this, make it happen. I just want to let everybody know that I'm not gonna take these funds until we know that we have the experiment ready to go. We've got all the details ironed out, because we want to do it and we want to do it right. We want to have this whole thing. We are going to make the world's largest water level, and this is a world record of what this experiment's going to entail. Have everything clearly defined, and we're also going to take care of, like, answer all the naysayers that are going to say that this is not a conclusive test. So that's all going to be designed and built into the experiment from the beginning. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit of strategy. When I really started seriously thinking about the water level experiment, I was trying to think of places to do it. And I originally was, thinking around lakes and stuff like that. I started looking at the lakes, and I'm like, well, how am I going to get 3 miles of shoreline? And this is getting tough. So then I was thinking, what's the shore like by me? What is the closest place? So from Austin, the closest shoreline is Galveston for me. And been there a number of times, taking cruises out of there. Hope to take another one. Well, actually, no, I hope this world ends. And
I wouldn't mind a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. I've never seen the ocean. I've waited my whole life.
Yeah, so we've got to get down here. Ronnie has not seen an ocean before. He's been landlocked his entire life.
Live streaming, like, running and diving into it. Yeah, sorry. Could continue.
So if you're looking for a straight beach, I mean, check this out. If you look at the coastline here of Galveston, so up near the city, along this area, you can see that they have all these jetty things or breakers. This is probably to retain sand along this area so it doesn't wash away. So I started looking further down the coast here, and this jumped out at me. There's a state park right here. So this right here is a state park. You can see these are the parking lots for the state park right here. This road right here comes right down to the beach. Then there's this community here. And then up at the other end of it, there's another axis here that comes right off the road that has a parking lot. And you can see that you can drive down like this far. You can see a car parked there, but then there's fence posts after that. So I think you have to be like, police or something to drive beyond that, but we can find out. So this stretch right here gives us the 3 miles that we need. And boy, it is straight as an arrow. So I'm already thinking to myself, at one end, we can have the P900 set up. So as we're going away, this whole thing can be recorded with a P900 from behind, and we're going to be able to see down the beach 3 miles. We're going to have that view. And then the hoses, so we'll be able to bring in the hoses, start assembling. And what I'd like to do is check every half mile. And so we're going to need to put posts in. But so Jaren's experiment, they were going to have buckets and play sand and concrete, and they were going to be cementing these posts.
The 2-inch
here it's all sand. So we'll be able to take a post hole digger and dig a nice hole, put the post in, level it up, pack it back in. We can use wet sand to pack it back in, stomp it down. The post will be very secure. We'll keep it up away from where the waves are breaking up on the beach.
Well, you're allowed to dig, right? I can dig a post hole really quick, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
5 minutes.
We will leave no trace behind. We'll take the post with us. We're not going to leave the post behind.
Level the beach back to original.
And maybe write Earth is flat in the sand as well.
After and we'll get the Guinness guy to take a picture of that with the live stream.
So yeah, we're going to need posts in here. And what we'll do is we'll stretch it out, and we can leave the hose right down by the water here, so it's at a lower point. And then we'll come up and we'll check against those posts. And we're going to make our marks. We're going to hold it up, set our marks on the post, and those are going to be our reference points. Now, there's another aspect that we're going to have to add to this experiment, because I have gotten some comments from probably some globe earth trolls. And what that has to do with is a force. Well, I want people to bring this to a tangible, buildable thing.
It's brilliant.
Okay? So that we're not just relying on this hose and force thing. Like, what if we are actually building this cement wall, seawall, 3 miles long, perfectly level the whole way? So
height we start at, you're proclaiming that we measure with a pin, and then we check it throughout the height of the wall from the pin to the wall, to the top of the wall level.
Yeah, well, if this is a post right here, and we hold the water level up, and this is the height wall we wanted right here, and we marked it here, and then we were down here a half mile, and we were holding the water level up, and we marked it on a post down there.
That's right. We dig our post hole there.
So is that level? So we need we need to have this guy right here with the best equipment for this job that everybody trusts and nobody's going to complain about whatsoever. We need to have this person. They need to set a reference point out here. Bing. And this has nothing to do with sea level. This has nothing to do with GPS. This has nothing to do with anything. It's just, bam, we are setting a reference point out here. And then from this point out, to our distance, he needs to, whatever his maximum range is, he needs to shoot his way along here, setting pins, and everything being referenced to this reference point that is meaningless to anything else. Other
Except
than
for
just
the height at the top of the wall.
Just being a reference point. He doesn't have to. And then, so from these shots right here, we're going to test at like our half mile, our 1 mile, or 1.5 miles. We're going to test to see if the water level is level.
This is a spiritual war. Believe it or not. And it's being waged, yes, here on YouTube. Get involved. Fight for truth. Or let your intent be remembered forever as you wish. Simulation, realization, nation. Team Yahushai Productions. Awake souls. Flat Earth photography. Enslaved by media. QNC. Event skeptic.